So, I have a cup of hot water. Ow, it's really hot. And I'm sitting on my back porch because currently my house is a complete disaster because I am moving. And I figured that I just should sit down with you guys and kind of give you the scoop of what is happening in my life over the next couple weeks and the changes coming. And I'm so excited about it. And there's just some big things happening. So let me just jump right in. A couple different reasons. One, my roommate's getting married and I'm not gonna have a roommate. And I don't really have any good options right now, and I'm not willing to like live with someone random. But besides that, like, if you guys have been watching this channel, you've been able to see like I have been really working hard towards saving money and towards working towards my dream, which takes money. And I've been saving super hard and I have a good chunk of money saved up, but it's still not enough. And I'm not the kind of person that is very like money focused or anything like that, but it's a tool. And in order to get certain places and get what I'm wanting, especially in a debt-free way that feels like freedom to me and not just like having stuff, like I have to work hard to save. And so what I'm doing for that is what I'll eventually end up in temporarily is I'm going to end up being in a little cottage that is on my family's property, and it'll eventually be a cottage for like my grandparents when they need extra help and extra support in their older age. But right now they're all really independent still and living on their own, and they don't need this cottage yet. So I'm going to be renting it from my family, and it'll be good because hopefully it'll work both ways, where I'll be able to, with my rent, pay them and give them a little bit more of an income and help them pay off the project, and that it can be something beneficial for them too. Sorry if there's lots of noises happening, but I'm outside and I live right in the city, and the inside of my house right now is a wreck. So you're just gonna have to hang with me. So that's gonna be the end goal, is to be in that little cottage, which is a much smaller space than the home that I've been living in. Probably about half the size, I would say. We're gonna wait for this airplane. So the other twist in the story is that this cottage is not done yet. It is not fully built. And it's probably not gonna be fully built for a couple months. And so really my only option is, because I'm moving out of this house, my roommate and her husband are gonna live here, and I was like, okay, well, I can find a place to rent for a little while. And the thought of that, like finding a place to rent all by myself and pay full rent myself and pay first and last, and usually there's a lease. And anyways, long story short, I will be renting a travel trailer. It's gonna be super glamorous. And I've definitely had some mixed feelings about this, because I think like it's really hard not to want to gravitate towards like, oh, what's gonna look good and what's going to be glamorous and what's gonna make my life look good to other people and make me seem accomplished. And I think in my mind the thought of like renting a travel trailer doesn't seem like what would impress people. And so it's been this really good eye-opening challenge for me to ask myself, like, again, like, where does my value come from? And is it in where I live? Is it in what job I have? Is it in what things I have? Who says what my identity is? And it's God. God is who says who I am. And this has been a really good opportunity for me to just lean into that and lean into, like, I can't define myself in what other people think of my life. And even though it might be kind of cramped for a little bit and it might be a little smushed, like, I feel like my whole last year of my life of going through things and simplifying my life and getting rid of a lot of stuff has really been leading up to a challenge like this. And the amount of money that I'm going to be saving is so exciting to me. Like, it's so exciting how what I would have been paying renting a place by myself, including first and last and cleaning deposit and a lease and all of that, like, compared to this, I'm going to be saving thousands of dollars that are going to be put in my bank account, and it's going to get me towards that dream and towards that goal that I've been really working towards. And that's so exciting to me. That is so exciting. And I just feel really good about it. I feel such a peace about it. And one thing that I keep thinking in my head, like who cares if it's a little tight for a little while? Who cares if it's a little cramped for a little while? Like, that doesn't matter. Like, people literally used to live in mud huts for like their whole life, and they didn't know anything different. And people still live in mud huts. And like, I don't want to have this attitude of I have to have, or like it's my right to have certain levels of comfort or certain amenities that I require for my happiness. That's ridiculous. And I want to fight that inside myself as much as possible. And I think that this is such a good opportunity for me to lean into like being thankful for what I have and being thankful for where I am in my life. And I'm just really excited to challenge myself living in a really minimal space and in a really small area. And I just think it'll be really good. And the other exciting part is that I will be able to help with the build along the way because I'll be on the property already. And so I'll be able to be there working with the contractor and my family building this cottage. And that's something that I want to learn about. Like, I want to learn how to use power tools. I want to learn how the process of building a building works, and plumbing and electric, and that seems so interesting to me, and it seems like such a good life skill for me to know how to do. And this is such a good opportunity. And it's so interesting because over the last couple of months, I've just been praying so much about like God giving me an opportunity for me to have financial freedom and save up money quicker than I have been. As God was talking to my heart through those months, I really feel like He was telling me, you don't have to take this opportunity, but I want you to know that this was my way of answering that prayer, of giving you financial freedom and giving you a blessing of thousands of dollars that you wouldn't have to pay. That's my way of answering that prayer. And if you want, you can accept that gift. You can just walk into it. And that totally changed my perspective. It just made me so grateful and thankful, and seeing this trailer and this opportunity to live in a small space and live really minimally as such an answer to prayer and such a blessing and not a burden at all, and just feeling so excited. And I'm gonna have opportunity to have more of a garden now, and I just feel like this is the next right step for me. So over the next couple weeks, my life might be a little crazy, up in the air, but I'm gonna keep filming things as I go and showing the process of cleaning my house and moving things out and living in the trailer and making do with what I have, and the beauty in that. The beauty in things that aren't glamorous and that aren't aesthetic and maybe super organized at the time, but finding beauty in every single step of the process and step of my path, and that's getting me one step closer to my purpose and where I'm supposed to be. And that just brings me so much joy. So I hope that you guys enjoy coming along with me as I move into this trailer and then eventually move into this cottage. I I'm so thankful for you guys, and I'm so thankful that I have such a good group of people that are so authentic and so hungry for change in the way that I am. It feels so comforting to me. It makes me feel like this is something that I can do and I'm not doing it alone. So thank you guys for being my friends and for being along with me and enjoying the crazy ride, even though there's going to be craziness along the way and things that are imperfect and fun new challenges. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.